Welcome back to another Sunday walk video. I'm not in my usual spot today because it just rained and it's the mud, is all over the place. So I'm walking somewhere different, but it's still nice. A lot of scenery around me. All right, so down to business. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that happened last week and what to expect this week. And I have a few announcements to make too. All right. So first things first, last week, man, we had a lot of stuff happen. And this weekend too. Macro stuff, non-related to Bitcoin, but, there's some indirect connection, I guess. Last week, of course, we saw Elon and Trump go at it. So the honeymoon is over. I've talked about it many times. I covered it. And it seems like Elon is backtracking a little bit. He deleted his tweet about, Trump being the Epstein files. Supposedly his party reached out to Trump and Trump was asked if he wants to open that dialogue with Elon, and he said no, not anytime soon. So it does seem like Elon's trying to make amends with Trump to try to smooth things over for the better of the country, but that relationship seems like it's over. Whether or not SpaceX's contract is going to be canceled, who knows? Elon is still tweeting about that, doing a ton of posts about SpaceX, and also cryptic tweets about how he has all the rocket ships, so basically kind of taunting in a way, saying, hey, if you guys cancel us, that's okay, but we have all the we have all the rockets, right? So not a smooth situation, but the good thing is, again, I say indirectly because obviously Trump is tied into crypto, and we did see a little disruption when this was happening. We saw Bitcoin tank down a little bit and all of a sudden it recovered back up. Not that it's a surprise, but there's some indirect connections there. Elon, not so much. Still waiting for him to come around and embrace Bitcoin. However, it happened. Now, over the weekend, and it's still happening right now, is all these riots that's happening in LA, right? So Trump is part of that, threatening, I don't know, not threatening, but deploying the National Guard to kind of take care of it. And then Newsom is fighting Trump, and there's some back and forth, and people are worried about, is this leading to martial law and stuff like that. You got a lot of crazy shit going on. I don't know all the details, but I think it's related to all the ICE deports or deportations, the harsher deportations that Trump is trying to implement. And Newsom does not agree. The mayor of LA doesn't agree. So there's that's ongoing. It's an unfortunate situation. I don't know enough details about the situation to really comment on it other than this is going on right now. But again, even with all this going on, it's not affecting Bitcoin and crypto, right? So that's a good thing. So overall, Bitcoin remains strong. There's really nothing changing its course right now. As I'm filming this, we're around 106.5, something like that. So we're holding strong. We're above the pre-dip level, which is good. And let's see what happens this week. We have one big catalyst this week. Okay, it's not the FOMC meeting. That's the week after this week. We have, what is it? A CPI print, inflation print. That's going to be important, right? Right now, if you look at the FOMC meeting or FMC predictions, CME predictions about FOMC rate cuts, right now it's non-existent. We're not going to get one until September. And even then, the percentage is, 44%. So as of right now, basically we have 0% chance of a rate cut in June, 0% I forgot the July, and then we got 44% in September. So it's not looking good. If we don't even get one in September, then we gotta wait all the way until like November. But anyways, that's the situation right now. And of course, Trump wants Powell to cut the Fed fund rate. I think a lot of people want that to happen, but honestly, Powell's not gonna do anything until he sees that inflation is stable, the economy is actually doing worse, before he would make a move like that. That's the thing, you know. So I guess the CPI print is going to be very important. If we see, I don't know, if we see inflation, it's showing, I looked at it, it's anticipated to show inflation going up by 0.1% month on month. And I think overall inflation is going to tick 0.2% higher versus last year. So what we want to see is inflation kind of slow down. So if we get like a CPI print that's better than expected, meaning that inflation is not ticking up as much as anticipated, that'd be very good. That could swing the percentages our way in terms of like a faster rate cut. But if they are along the same lines of the predictions, and the economy is kind of like just trending along, not getting much worse, then there's just really no reason for Powell to cut. Zero whatsoever. Like last week, we also got a jobs report, and it came in better than, we had one jobs report that showed the economy was getting worse, right? We didn't hire as much. And then we got another jobs report that showed plenty of people have work and unemployment didn't go up, so it kind of counteracted each other. So overall, again, the economy is not so bad. So that's not ammunition. So I guess we'll see. The CPI print, I think, is on Wednesday, so we got a couple days leading towards that. Outside of that, there's really nothing else macro-wise. If you look at the fundamentals, things are looking good. In terms of whale accumulation, I saw in the last 10 days, 22,000 Bitcoin has been accumulated. Sorry, I keep like scratching myself. It rained, so you got all these bugs coming out and attacking me, even though I'm in the middle of this road. I'm glad I'm not walking the forest today. So you got a lot of whale accumulation. Wallets over 10,000 Bitcoin has accumulated 22,000 Bitcoin in the last 10 days. That's good. A lot of the charts still show Bitcoin is within range, and if it can break out of this 106 mark, then we're getting back to our 108, and obviously 108 and above, then we're at all-time high, right? So we're not that far off. Alts still struggling a little bit, but if we can make that leg up, get back to 108, 109, and possibly above this week, and hold a little bit before we skyrocket upwards, then the alts will definitely recover too. So that's what we have to look forward to this week. It's very encouraging. Things are still so strong, despite all the negativity, you know, all the bad macro stuff. So very, very encouraging. All right. That's about it. A couple other things I want to announce. Yesterday, obviously, was the very first Ask George segment. Very well received. Most people enjoyed it. A lot of people comment on the blurring. They're like, oh, you didn't blur well enough. Yeah, right. I bet if you saw him in person, you wouldn't recognize him. But anyways, he didn't even ask me to blur Sergio. I just did it out of respect. Some people may not want to show their face, but if you're going to be submitting, right, you can just submit a voice file or a video file, whatever. I'm just going to continue to blur for now, unless I decide not to. I don't know. It's out of respect for people. I know a lot of people are afraid, right? Especially the trolls. Love to be keyboard warriors, but I think most people that are submitting are not. So if you want to show your face, I guess that's fine. But There's so many comments about it. I don't even know why people care that much. You're there to listen to the question and the answer, not to see the guy's face. I don't even get it. So there's that, but it was very well received. See a lot of positive comments. People want me to continue, so I will continue to do so every Saturday. So make sure you submit your questions on cryptosaurus.com. Also, something new. I just opened up. Some people have asked for this before, and I'm adding it. So if you go to cryptosaurus.com, there's a new menu item called Learn. So within, you're going to see a couple things. One is a new trading group, okay, that's not open yet, and that'll be soon. The reason why I have that is because a lot of people do want to trade, and I have hired someone on the team, Blake, who's going to be helping me run that. He's really good at trading and charting. In fact, he has posted comments on Crypto Pulse, and he's been leading our WAP group. So that will be opening next week. It's going to be free, no charging whatsoever. So anyone that wants to learn from the fundamentals, from the very basics to more intermediate advanced level, you'll be able to join absolutely free and learn from Blake. So I'm very excited about that. But for everyone else that don't want to trade, that just wants to like be part of community and basically just learn from each other, people have asked for this. I also opened up a free Discord group, and it is open now. I had one before. It was under a paywall for Patreon, but I decided to open it up. So now any of you guys, if you want to jump in, talk with each other, with the team, with Blake, with Josh, you know, we will be in there. So if you wanted to join that, you are free to join. So that's under the Learn page of cryptosaurus.com. And of course, we still have Patreon. Patreon is a paid subscription, but that's because we do spend a significant amount of time to write articles and to make videos about crypto, right? So that's dedicated, but I'm excited about opening up the free Discord. A lot of you guys, even my Q&A, like, you just want to chat, right? Not necessarily with me, but you want to chat with each other. That's what it's going to be about. So that's opened up right now. You can join. I'll put a link in the description of this video as well, but you could just head to cryptosaurus.com/learn. And then also that trade group will be opening soon too. And we'll be throwing classes and stuff like that. It's going to be really, really good. I'll tell you those things. That's it. As you guys may be seeing, I'm actually trying new things, expanding, growing, trying to make the brand as awesome as possible, right? And there are going to be more things happening. For example, my Clips channel, which some of you guys subscribe to, I posted a video on there with the founder of Kevin, founder of Goat Network, which is very interesting because they are all about Bitcoin and yield and being a true L2. So I posted that on there. So I'm going to rebrand the Cryptosaurus Clips, which primarily just has clips from my live stream. I will rename it to Cryptosaurus Extra because there will be extra content on there. So I'm doing that. I'm going to expand upon Crypto Pulse, which is a dedicated channel and X and program just for traders. So there'll be a lot more things coming up, guys. I know a lot of you guys are quite excited about crypto overall. You love my content, but you want more, right? You want to go beyond what I'm saying. That's why I'm creating all these things. All right, guys, I'm getting killed. If you haven't noticed, I'm getting killed by the mosquitoes and bugs. This is one thing I hate about summer. In the winter, I could deal with the cold, just bundle up, there's no bugs whatsoever. In the summer, especially after it rains, way too much bugs, too much. All right, guys, that's it. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right? Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.